Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital 2-week spoilers November 17th to 28th. Sidwell's fiery breakdown, Chase's epic victory and shocking preemptions. On Monday, November 17th, we've got Britt Westbourne, Kelly Thibault, and Emma Scorpio Drake, Braden Bruner, facing off. Obviously, this is because of the lab break-in and Rocco Falcerone's, Finn Francis Carr, arrest. Britt knows that her innocent little boy, Ben, is not to blame, and she is sure that Emma is, and she's right about that. Speaking of Rocco, Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havens-Bruning, is venting to Carly Corinthos Spencer, Laura Wright, because she is really worried that Rocco is going to get jail time. And unless something happens, he could. Gio Palmieri, Giovanni Mazza, admits to his bio-mom, Brooke Lynn Quartermain, Amanda Seton, that he is the reason Rocco broke into the lab. Of course, she's going to hate that, but she's also going to be glad that Gio is turning to her. Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, is going to lash out, so Joe's bio dad may not like hearing this at all. Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr, asks Curtis Ashford, Donnell Turner, if he really thinks that this baby is a reason to stay together, knowing that the baby may not be his at all. GH spoilers. Alexis meets with Felicia. Felicia Scorpio, Christina Wagner, updates Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn. And as of now, Felicia knows that Portia, Brooke Kerr, lied about being on call. I do wonder, is Felicia in a gray area using her access to the General Hospital staff roster while doing PI work? Plus, Rick Lansing, Rick Hurst, makes Alexis an offer. It looks like he is extending an olive branch, but is it real or fake? In front of the press, Laura Spencer, Jeannie Francis, is screaming at someone that they are a liar. It looks like they're at the PCPD. Maybe it's Professor Dalton, Daniel Goddard, who tore up his own lab and blamed Rocco, or maybe it's creepy Ezra Boyle, Daniel Cosgrove. General Hospital spoilers. Sonny lashes out. Rick assures Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, that he and DA Justine Turner, Nazneen contractor, agreed on 6 months of community service for Rocco, Finn Francis Carr, nothing serious in terms of charges. And then Sonny snaps on Justine, demanding why she is double-crossing his grandson. On Tuesday, November 18th, Sidwell is furious. I think that's because Dalton went against orders to let this go and he trashed the lab. Did he mess up some of the funded experiments? Dalton won't last much longer now that he's irritated Sidwell and Britt. Kai Taylor, Jens Austin Astrup, catches up with Trina Robinson, Tabiana Ali, at the gallery. He's looking a little nervous, probably still worried about them being in the house when Drew Kane Quartermain, Cameron Matheson, was shot. Lulu listens as Dante opens up about his frustrations with Gio and Rocco. Britt issues a threat, an ultimatum. It could be about Dalton to Sidwell or it could be to Emma. Carly interrogated on GH. Brennan, Chris McKenna, is grilling Carly, Laura Wright. And it may be about her brother Lucas Jones, Van Hansis, moving in with Sidwell and Marco at Spoon Island. Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, tell somebody sorry, possibly Lulu and Dante, feeling bad about Danny Morgan's, Asher Jarrett and Tonneson role in this, with Rocco being the only one nabbed. On Wednesday, November 19th, Emma is outraged by something, and it may be about Dalton's big, fat lie. Plus, election results are in. Is all this Rocco stuff, plus Laura's association with Sonny, going to overturn what looked like a positive result for her? Is she going to lose to awful Ezra Boyle? Lulu vents to Nathan West, Ryan Pavey, possibly more about Rocco, Finn Francis Carr, and maybe about the issues with Britt, Kelly Thibault, since that is his sister. Vaughn, Bryce Durfee, reaches out to Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, worried she's in over her head with the Lucas and Sidwell assignment, but Joss may push back. General Hospital spoilers. Chase cracks the case. On Thursday, November 20th, Chase gets a big lead. Of course, he is trying hard to break Michael Corinthos, Rory Gibson, alibi and prove that Jacinda Bracken, Paige Herschel, perjured herself. Britt, Kelly Thibault, is shaken, and Ava Jerome, Maura West, is hanging out with Lucas and Marco. Michael and Jacinda are out on a dinner date at the Metro Court when Sonny rolls up on them and gets to meet Jacinda. Laura makes a stunning discovery. Also this week, Nathan finds Laura in her car bawling, and he's comforting her. Friday, November 21st, Marco makes a huge choice. I wonder if he's going to give up on this Sonny vendetta or maybe decide to escalate it. Chase has some big news for, and it may be that he has figured out who Jacinda's client was that night. My money is on mayoral candidate Creepy Ezra. Michael is playing referee and peacemaker. Gio opens up to Sonny about his guilt over Rocco getting arrested, plus his grandpa, Ned Quartermain, Wally Kurth's heart attack and being estranged from his parents. Jason is questioning Britt about her involvement with the lab and Dalton. Thanksgiving week spoilers. Holiday preemptions and Quartermain family crisis. The week of November 24th through the 28th, we're only going to get 3 new episodes of General Hospital because of Thanksgiving. They usually preempt on Thanksgiving and the day after on Black Friday to show football. Watch to see if the Quartermains are stuck with pizza again for Turkey Day. If Olivia Falconeri, Lisa Lo Cicero, does cook a bird, Outback the dog may snatch it this year. However, with Ned dealing with this heart crisis, I don't even know if Olivia is going to cook at all. Fallout from the election continues. Ezra may win, but he may have to step aside because of the Jacinda bombshell. Michael gets in deeper with the former call girl. Alexis is thrilled with what Chase has found out, which should clear the way for Drew to tell the cops that he suddenly recovered a memory of Michael shooting him. Portia is probably going to have to give an official alibi soon. General Hospital spoilers. Valentine back in the U.S. Valentine Cassadines, James Patrick Stewart, move to the U.S.-based WSB prison should come after Thanksgiving. Joss takes her new assignment seriously and may look for a Thanksgiving invite from her Uncle Lucas. Ned's medical crisis has the Quartermains all stressed out. And I wonder if they're all going to have their pizza at GH. We may see Chase, BLQ, Olivia, Gio, and Emma all up at the hospital. Tracy Quartermain, Jane Elliott is out of town but should be back for the holiday and because of what is going on with Ned. Drew is thrilled that Willow Tate, Caitlin McMullen, is out on bail. But will she spend the holiday with him or not? Joe's confession of blame for Rocco's arrest opens the door for him to get closer to his parents. Sonny's determined to crush Justine for doing Rocco dirty, and Britt is irritated and may pressure Sidwell to deal. Hospital begins with chaos even before the first cup of coffee is poured. With breaking news interrupting every local station, viewers in Port Charles brace themselves, not for world events, but for the cascading drama inside the hospital walls. A reporter unravels Sidwell's fiery breakdown. The usually composed and well-coiffed Grant Sidwell, PC's beloved but notoriously dramatic news anchor, has reached a breaking point. After days of pressure to get an exclusive on the growing tensions between the PCPD, DA's office, and the Quartermain family, Sidwell cracks, right on live television. As the broadcast begins, viewers expect a typical update on the community charity gala. Instead, Sidwell storms onto the set, his tie askew, hair chaotic, and eyes blazing with frustration. "This newsroom is a circus," he shouts into the camera. "Everyone wants answers, and no one tells the truth. The mayor won't return calls. The police give vague statements. And don't get me started on the Quartermains." The producer tries to cut to commercial. No luck. Sidwell slams his notes down, continuing, "Do you know how many times I've been preempted this week? 3. You think I'm running a network or a clown college?" Port Charles residents freeze mid-sip as Sidwell's meltdown goes viral in seconds. Backstage, the staff watches in stunned silence, except for Blair, the new station manager, who mutters, "I told everyone he was high-strung. This is going to be a PR nightmare." When Sidwell finally storms off, throwing his microphone into a wall, the broadcast ends abruptly. But the damage is done. Within minutes, #SidwellSnaps trends online. And the fallout is only beginning, because Sidwell's rant included thinly veiled references to ongoing legal cases, the very ones the DA hoped to keep quiet. Chase's epic victory. A win that changes everything. Across town, Chase arrives at the courthouse in a crisp navy suit, heart pounding with anticipation. It's the final hearing in his long journey to become guardian to a vulnerable teen he's been trying to protect from a dangerous family situation. After months of delays, setbacks, paperwork snafus, and emotional hurdles, today is it. Standing beside him is Brooke Lynn, proud, supportive, and radiating confidence. "You've got this," she whispers as they enter the courtroom. The teen, Jamie, waits nervously beside their court-appointed advocate. Chase offers a reassuring smile. "No matter what happens, you're not alone." The opposing counsel, representing Jamie's estranged father, tries to paint Chase as impulsive, overly emotional, and too wrapped up in his job to care properly. But Chase's attorney fires back with evidence of his dedication, stability, and unwavering commitment. Then comes the moment Chase didn't expect. The judge asks Jamie to speak. With trembling hands, Jamie stands. Detective Chase. He doesn't just say he cares. He shows it. Every day. He makes me feel safe. I trust him. It's simple, heartfelt, devastatingly powerful. When the gavel falls, the judge announces, the guardianship is granted. The courtroom erupts into quiet cheers. Brooke Lynn hugs Chase tightly as tears fill his eyes. Jamie lets out a sob of relief, throwing their arms around Chase. It's a moment of triumph not just for Chase, but for the entire family they've been slowly building. Outside, reporters swarm. Ironically, Sidwell would have been here if not for his meltdown, but Chase gives a brief statement. Today isn't about me. It's about giving a kid a real chance. That's all any of us can hope for. It's a rare, beautiful GH moment. Pure, untainted victory. Shocking preemptions. Port Charles spirals. While Chase's big win brings joy, the rest of Port Charles is simmering with confusion thanks to, you guessed it, multiple shocking preemptions. Across the city, people try to tune into local coverage or catch up on soap broadcasts, only to find emergency interruptions, talk show special reports, and school board press conferences replacing GH programming. At Kelly's, Carly slams the remote in frustration. Another preemption? Come on. Behind her, Ava smirks. Maybe the universe is telling you to get a hobby. Even Nina, stopping by with coffee, groans when she checks her phone. Half the country missed yesterday's episode. They're going to lose their minds. But the most dramatic reaction comes from none other than Lucy Coe, who bursts into the Metro court shrieking, "My TV schedule is ruined. How am I supposed to track all the storylines? I have a business to run. I need my stories." Ava raises a brow. "Lucille, you do realize there are apps?" "It's not the same." Lucy wails. "These preemptions aren't random. They're connected." Sidwell's breakdown has triggered internal investigations, and the station is scrambling to fill airtime as they pull several broadcasts for review. Meanwhile, national networks seize the chance to cover breaking news unrelated to Port Charles, blocking regular programming. The result? Total chaos. The city is practically buzzing with frustration, rumors, and speculation about what GH storyline was supposed to air and whether the fallout will spill into local news. The fallout. Sidwell's meltdown meets Chase's victory. Late that evening, Sidwell sits in his office, suspended but defiant. He sips cold coffee as Blair storms in. "You sabotaged the afternoon schedule, humiliated the network, and probably violated 3 confidentiality laws." Sidwell adjusts his glasses. "Calm now. I told the truth. You told the world the DA was hiding something." He smirks. "And now the world is listening." Blair warns him he might be fired. Sidwell fires back, "Fire me, and the other networks will swarm." But Blair has one more card to play. Detective Harrison Chase is our lead segment tomorrow, the guardianship win. If you want to keep your job, Sidwell, you'll cover it. With professionalism. Sidwell pauses. A story of triumph? Human resilience? A hero cop stepping up? A crack appears in his hardened exterior. "Chase is a good man," he admits quietly.